Hi, and welcome to my channel, Your Tailored Experience. My name is Jillian, and on this channel, I try to find some of the best things that Colorado has to offer. In this video, which is part 2 in a 3-part series, I'm exploring the best plant nurseries around the city. Now, I know that Denver has a lot of nurseries, so this is of course just my list. It's really subjective. So if you don't see your favorite nursery in this one, make sure to check out part 1. But also feel free to comment your favorite nursery down below. I would love the opportunity to check it out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and check out part 2. Our first stop is OTooles, which is a huge family-owned nursery that opened its doors way back in 1979. They have multiple locations, including one in Westminster, one out in Lakewood, and their Littleton location, which is where we usually visit. They truly offer a little bit of everything to really spruce up your garden or outdoor patio space, including fresh eggs. I mean everything. And their outdoor section is even bigger than their indoor section. It just keeps going. And even if you're not really searching for outdoor plants like us, there are just so many varieties out there that it's fun to walk around and take a look. They even have some cold hardy cacti, which I have seen at a couple of other nurseries, but never such a large selection of them that you can plant right outside in Colorado. Now, like many of the other nurseries, they are getting ready for their winter season, so their outdoor selection is a little sparse, but they are open year-round, so they're just going to replace this with fall stuff. And anyway, we're here for the houseplants, of which there is no shortage. And like some of the other large nurseries we visited, this is a great place to find a starter plant, like a classic pothos, dracaena, or some other low-maintenance plant that you can really just appreciate and use as your first houseplant if you're just getting started. Overall, it's a pretty large selection from the small to the large, so it's definitely worth taking a look around to find the right plant for you. Plus some cool oddities you might not have expected to find. And overall, prices are really fair. They always have some clearance plants available, which are kind of take 'em or leave 'em. They also have plugs, which are a really easy way to get started on your own terrarium. You just pick them up and pot them up yourself at home. And they're usually really inexpensive. This is one of the only nurseries that has such a large selection that I found here in Denver. And here's some more finished products if you just want to skip right ahead to the terrarium. This one really caught my attention with the string of pearls. It might be a little pricey, but it is absolutely gorgeous, and you can tell someone put a lot of time into putting it together. But like I said, overall, prices are pretty fair, especially for the quality of plants, and you're usually greeted with specials and different sales they have going on as soon as you walk in. While we do typically visit the Littleton location, so I'm a little biased, it's a gorgeous nursery, and we love just spending time walking around out there. Now our next place is the Bonsai Nursery out on South Federal. This one was a little harder to find information on just because they don't really have a website and not a lot of information on their Facebook page. What I can tell you is they've been around for a few years. They are definitely locally owned. And while the front is unassuming, the back is just full of greenhouses. It's hard to see behind the trucks, but there are just lines of greenhouses out there. It's also a great place to find some outdoor plants. So if you're doing some outdoor landscaping, this might be the place to go to find some shrubs or trees that you'd want to add to your yard. They're really beautiful. They also have some bonsai trees kind of scattered throughout. So every once in a while, you'll find a tree that's a little more shaped and that was grown with a little more care. Now, like these other nurseries, they are getting ready for the winter season. So this greenhouse used to be chock full of roses and flowers. This one was just straight up empty. So it seems like they're down to one greenhouse, and we're going to skip ahead because it truly is the highlight of this nursery. As you've probably guessed, they specialize in bonsai. And while I have heard mixed reviews, I felt like this was a really great place to go and get your first little bonsai tree because there are just so many varieties of trees available and they're all quite small, so they make really good starters for you to shape and prune yourself. I myself have a variegated jade that I've been working on from here and have been thinking about getting a more complicated tree one of these days to start a new project on. I'm just a little intimidated, I'm not gonna lie. Bonsai is a really complicated art form that takes years to master. And so if you want to just skip ahead and buy a mature tree, they have some of those as well. There are quite a few options from different types of trees to different styles like, literati or cascade, whatever you're interested in really. Now the price tags on these are a little bit higher, but again, most of these are older trees that somebody has shaped. So the price is pretty fair, I would say. Really just depends on what you're looking for and what you're willing to spend. Now I also have to make a special mention of their begonias, which I know seems surprising, but some of their varieties are just so unique, and it turns out they're propagated from the owner's mother's original begonia, which is just beautiful. Their succulent selection is also pretty noteworthy. I would say it's just full of a lot of little hidden gems like string of pearls, chain of hearts. I also found my Hoya serpens in here. So you never really know what you're gonna find. It's always worth a good search just to see if they have anything new and rare in stock. It's also a really affordable part of the store. It's only $5 for the small little pots or $8 for the larger pots. So definitely worth a visit. Now, once you're done shopping around, you do have to go back into the office up front in order to pay. So we'll kind of end at their start. It's a cute little office with just some extra supplies for your bonsai, like really good pots, care books, things like that, and an older woman who runs the office who is generally a sweetheart. You can tell it's a family-run business as soon as you walk in. Overall, it's a really cute nursery that is worth a visit. You never know what you're going to find as you're walking through the greenhouses. And this brings us to our last nursery, Green Lady Gardens, which is one of my top 3 favorite nurseries in Denver. It's located down in the Santa Fe Art District and has been open for right around a year. It does fit in well with the district given its Latin theme, which makes it really colorful and really welcoming. And because of its size, it is well curated, so all of the plants tend to be really high quality and really carefully selected for the store. This is all thanks to the founder and owner, Jessica, who is there on a daily basis, making sure that all of her customers find the perfect houseplants for them. So if you're new to houseplants and looking for your first, she might recommend a pothos or Tradescantia variety. Whereas if you do have quite a few plants already and you're looking for something to add to your collection, she'll always have something for you as well, from monsteras to calatheas to alocasias, plants that might require a little more care, but that can be much harder to find around Denver. And even though it's a small store, she also has a few additional items available, like really cute pots that really fit the Latin theme, or that fit a more modern theme, or even something a little quirky if that's what you're looking for. I really do actually love her pot selection, even though I can't walk out of there without a plant as well. I will say her prices are a little steep, but again, that's going to be due to the rarity and quality of the plants that you're buying from there. I've never had a plant with bugs, diseases. Every plant has been so healthy and just thriving as soon as I bring it home. And some of her more rare varieties are definitely worth the price tag. She seems to be trying to update her Instagram every week with which rare variety she's going to have in store. And you can even put your name in for a raffle, so you can be one of the first to pick out that new plant. I would say it's worth it if you're looking for something that's just hard to find, like a Thai constellation or a philodendron micans. I got my ZZ Raven there and I absolutely love it. So this is definitely the type of nursery if you're looking for something rare and unique to add to your collection. It is an absolutely beautiful store, and you can tell the owner loves it with all her heart. So I really enjoy going and helping to support her business, and I would definitely say it's worth a visit. And that's it. Those are just 3 of my top 10 favorite nurseries around the city of Denver. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I also want to give a big thank you to all of the nurseries that let us film in this series so far. A lot of these nurseries are small and intimate. We appreciate you letting us share your space for a little while so we can share it with everybody else. And last but not least, make sure to subscribe so you can keep up with our future videos, including part 3, the last in our series exploring the best nurseries around town. I'll see you all then. Thank you for watching. Bye.